Hello everyone, it's Troy here from Tennis Warehouse, and for this week's vlog, I brought the playtest crew. We're gonna be doing some playtester picks. We're about halfway through the year and spring is winding down. We're almost getting to summer. So the theme for today, each person's picking 2 items that we're calling their spring fling. Now these items aren't necessarily their rackets or shoes or products of choice, but just what we've been flirting with for the last couple months. So let's jump right in with mine. And the first one here, no surprise, if you watch the review, the Wilson Rush Tour 5 has jumped up to, I'd say probably my top 3 shoes currently, and I really just love this shoe. First thing, I just love the aesthetics of it. It doesn't look like your typical tennis shoe. It looks more like a basketball hoop shoe, but just super comfortable, stable. I know it's got a big price tag to it, but it does come back with a 6-month outsole durability guarantee. So just loving the comfort and the overall playability of these shoes. And then my second pick is the new Yonex Muse 98. And first time I hit it, I really liked the feel, but it just lacked some weight. So I did a lot of customization to it. And I just love taking this racket out to the court, put a leather grip, some weight, and it's just super comfortable, super plush, but it still packs a little bit of power. I just really enjoy my time on the court with this Muse, and also it looks really good out there on the court. I like the aesthetics. So those are my picks. We're gonna pass it off to Tiff for her spring fling picks.
All right, thanks Troy. First we're gonna start with my shoe that I brought today, and it's the Adidas Barricade 14 in this pink colorway. I don't normally consider myself someone who loves so much pink, but I don't know, this is really just works. And now that the play testing, we're kind of taking a break. We're in a break right now from play testing some shoes. I find myself going back to these Barricade 14s for every hit, actually. I found these to be really comfortable right out of the box, and I love how they hug my feet and they're really stable. The one thing I've noticed is that the traction did take some break-in, but that's my only drawback. I'm loving these shoes just for their all-around comfort, stability, and they're holding up for me okay. And then for my racket, this is the Prince Tour 290 2026. Now I use a 100P, and I reviewed both of these rackets, and this 290-gram racket really surprised me. I was really loving it. There was one issue with it for me, is it's a little unstable against big hitters like Britt and Michelle. So Troy did some customization for me to see how I like it played closer to my spec. So he added some weight in the hoop as well as in the throat, and some tail weight too. So it's now at 11.4 ounces, 6 points headlight, and they brought the swing weight up from the 315 range right up to 320, which is right where I like it. So I'm really excited to see how this plays for me with the more open string pattern, but at a weight that I'm more comfortable with. And I don't know which one it's gonna be. Is it gonna be the 100P or is it gonna be the 290 customized by Troy? I don't know, we'll have to find out. And next, we're going to check in with Jason to see what his picks for this spring are.
Thanks, Tiff. Now for my 2 picks for this spring, first up here is the Lacoste Ultra shoe. Like Tiffany mentioned, we are in a bit of a playtesting lull right now, and so when I am going down to the court to hit, I find myself always reaching for this shoe. We tested it a while back, but I really enjoy it because it's just everything I want in a tennis shoe. It's super comfortable underfoot, it has great stability, and the traction is great. I feel I can kind of slide out of my shots easily with this shoe. So awesome, and this new colorway I think looks great here. And then for my second pick is the Prince Tour 98. Really enjoying this racket. With this racket, I feel like it is a control racket with a bit more pop and power versus my current racket of choice, the Babolat Pure Aero 98, which I feel is a more powerful racket with a bit of control. And this one, I just really enjoy the feel of it. I really like the cosmetic. It has great access to spin, has great whippability, as Troy likes to call it. So it does everything I want for a racket, and just really enjoying this playtest so far. All right, and now I'm going to check in with Britt.
Thanks, Jay. Now my picks for spring, the first is the Mizuno Acrospeed 300. Now this racket exceeded my expectations and is one of my favorite rackets this year to date, as well as it's in my top 3 rackets. What I really loved about it was it has a lot of the same characteristics of my racket of choice, the Yonex E-Zone 100, and the main thing is it has a great balance of power and control, so I could really play my aggressive game, and it's also very maneuverable, so I could play a whole match without getting tired. Lastly, I really loved that a lot of my shots kept going in, and I didn't know why, so I kept playing with it and really enjoyed it. For my second pick, I chose the Asics Solution Speed FF4s. Now I really love the first couple generations and the last couple have been okay, but not my favorite. Asics brought it back with this generation. It fit my foot perfectly. I have a narrow width foot and I felt like my foot was fully supported inside the shoe. It's a lightweight shoe, so I was able to move around the court so quickly. And one thing I really like about it is that it has some great cushioning, which not all lightweight shoes do, both underfoot, around the ankle collar, and the tongue. So I got a lot of hours in the shoe, and I really love this purple color. Purple's one of my favorite, and I think it'll look great with a lot of outfits. Now I'm gonna pass it on to our last playtester, Mark.
Thanks for the dish off, Britt. And as much as I really like all of their picks, I have to say I like my picks just a little bit more. We're gonna start off today with the new Tecnifibre Tech Team top. There's also a polo. I'm wearing the navy color. Really like this. We just brought in a lot of Tecnifibre apparel. This one has some really nice details of a rib collar along with the arms. Just love this, 100% polyester. Gonna keep me cool in the hot summer heat that's sure to be on the way. And just give you a view of it there. And for my second pick of the day, I have here the brand new Wilson V10 Blade 98. This is the 18 main version. Really loving this racket. And as much as I've just loved the heritage of the blade ever since the N blade, K blade days, they've had 10 iterations to refine and improve this frame. I think it is in its best form yet. The slight changes they made really made big differences to my game. That being a little extra thickness to the beam, and a little extra thin in the throat instead of a 21mm flat beam. So although this new blade is definitely a control-oriented masterpiece, there is a slight lean towards power, which really helped out my game. And although I would never buy a frame based on color alone, I gotta say this kind of podium green color that I referred to it is one of the best looking rackets that I've seen to date. Thanks again for watching this week's vlog. We'll see you next time.